Alright, what is good, ladies and gentlemen, is Themasr Ranker back again with another ranking, and tonight we are doing a ranking for all of the Epithet erased epithets. We did a character ranking, we did a character power ranking, and now we are doing an epithet ranking because, yeah, just this is another fun ranking that I want to do. So there is not too many. It's it's only a pretty short series, so there is only, let's hear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in total. But yeah, that's still a decent amount, so let us just get into it. Sorry, by the way, the criteria is basically how cool I think the epithet power is. It's not necessarily like how strong it is. I know that with the Ninjago, I think power ranking, it ended up kind of being based on like how strong it was. In this case, it's not going to be how strong it was. It's pretty much just how cool I think the epithet is. And we will also include any like specific powers that certain characters might have as well, like specifically with Giovanni, where he has like the 13 hit strike. We will include that as well. So yeah, with that said, let us just begin, starting off with barrier. So this is Epithet, and the only real power it has is the ability to make barriers, and I would say I wouldn't really find it too useful. If it can create like mid-air, like spatial barriers that you can like use to climb up stuff, I suppose that could be somewhat useful, but it's really, like, when in your day-to-day life do you really need a barrier for something? It doesn't seem like it seems fine. We'll just give it C tier. It's not really the most useful power, I guess. It's cool, like in combat, I guess it would be cool, but yeah, like even so, it's very defensive. It's just, I guess I should probably make a bit of a criteria. I guess the criteria, I guess we'll do kind of similar to what we did for the Ninjago criteria, which I think it was like how useful it is, how strong it is, how cool it is, something like that. That'll be like the general criteria. It's fine, I would say. It's cool in combat, I guess, but it's not really the most useful ability like in real life and day to day, I would say. So it's fine, decently cool. We're just gonna go C. Maybe I should go B for barrier, I guess. I know it wasn't portrayed the best in the show, just because the show itself doesn't really have too much action. So because it's like not animated that much, then you don't really get to see too much action with these kind of abilities and stuff. But I would say I'm just gonna give it C tier. I would say Giovanni Soup, that is his epithet, but he also has the ability, so he can kind of like do stuff with Soup where it's like, I think he can shoot balls of soup. He can, like, I think, create smoke screens made out of soup, kind of, that heal. And he has this big 13 hit strike, which I do think that the 13 hits is actually pretty cool. Like, being able to hit something 12 times, and then on the 13th hit, like in day-to-day life, that could be cool. Like, you hit something 12 times, and then the 13th hit, you can use, like, I don't know, that just seems like a cool ability to be able to have, to use it on, I don't know what you'd use it on, probably hopefully not a person, but to use it on, I guess, I don't know, just like having like a stronger attack than usual after like 12 hits seems kind of cool. The soup itself ability, I guess you wouldn't go hungry, that's pretty good. And the healing effect, I guess, is also fine. So we'll just go B tier, I'd say. Coupons. Okay, so depending on what the coupons is, this could be pretty good. I do think all of these are battle related, which is not the best, but if there is like 2 for 1, you can use that on like everyday objects and stuff. And so, you know what, I would actually really love that. I'm gonna give that S tier. Just if you had a 2 for 1 coupon and you could just put it on something, like let's say, I don't know, you order takeout, and then you just like, you get the bag and then you just duplicate it, and then it's basically like free duplication. I guess it is dependent on like what coupons you get, but honestly, this power, like, not necessarily for combat, just in like day-to-day life, I think it could be pretty cool. Even in combat, I think it could be a actually very cool ability, like, I don't know, just 2 hits for the price of 1, I don't know, double damage, extra defense, like just being able to give yourself coupons that affect you in combat, I actually think is a pretty cool ability, so we're gonna say S tier. Okay, this is Drowsy. This is Sylvie's ability, which basically he can put people to sleep. He can summon sheep that don't really do much. They like do a bit of chip damage, and he can turn into Dr. Beefton, which, yeah, so that is just a stronger version of himself. I think the sleep abilities is kind of cool, being able to put people to sleep. That seems pretty powerful. It would also be pretty useful if you could use it on yourself. It can be very easy to fall asleep after that point. There is the Beefton ability, where he can turn into a Minotaur, which I guess is fine, not the best transfer. I feel like there's kind of cooler transformations in a Minotaur, but yeah, overall I would say like it's all right. I would give it like maybe, I guess, of being a Minotaur, you are kind of strong. I guess we'll go B tier, but I think that Giovanni's is kind of cool. We're gonna say. Next is Fragile. This is Mira's ability. This one is not really great because you can basically, okay, so it's cool in the sense that you could basically break stuff, like you can bring things to their breaking point, which I guess is kind of cool. If there's something that you need destroyed, then it is very useful for that. But at the same time, it does damage you in the process, which I don't think would be great. So I think I'm going to, like, for the ability itself, I guess it's good. Like being able to like break stuff, I would give it probably like maybe a B tier, I would say. Like it does seem like it could be pretty useful and it's kind of cool, I would say. But just the negative effects of it, I think, bring it down to probably D/F tier. So it was so bad that Mara like literally was trying to get rid of the, I mean, she didn't really want to get rid of the powers, but I think that was more so of the fact, like she even says, like she spent 10 years trying to dull the effects, and so if she were to just get rid of her epithet, it would I guess undo all the effort she put into like controlling her powers, I guess. So I don't know, I'm still just gonna give it D/F tier. We'll go, I guess, F for fragile, because yeah, I feel like it would be too painful after a while to endure. So I mean, I don't know what the pain is like, but yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with that, so I'm give it D/F here. Although I do like the actual bringing things to its breaking point, so it is like still a cool ability, but I just don't like the negative effects. We'll go C tier, and we'll go low C tier because the negative effects are like pretty bad, I would say. Bluster, terrible, actual like this is literally the whole thing, was he blew, but it didn't do anything. Like I don't even know if maybe it was a joke, maybe he doesn't actually have like a real epithet, because all Goro did, he blew, and that was it. But it wasn't like some impressive like gust of wind that he blew out. It was just like he blew and it didn't do anything. So actual like D/F tier, worst ability in the entire series, I would say. Okay, Dumb. This one, it can create a field of silence, which could be useful. It could, like in certain situations, if you're in like a loud area, I guess that could be pretty good, I would say. And you can dumb down people to the point where, like, dumb them down basically. So I don't really know how useful it is. I feel like you wouldn't really end up using that for much. But I guess so. You're basically using it for the silence, I guess, which it can be useful, but I don't think it is. You could use it on people, I guess, but I don't really, in real life, it wouldn't seem that useful. In actual combat, also doesn't really seem the most useful. So I'm just gonna give it probably. I'll go a low C tier, because I guess it is cool. Like in combat, I guess, to dumb someone down to the point where they can't really fight. I guess it's not really the coolest way to defeat someone, but we'll go like a low C tier for it. Okay, this one, it's called like a Parapet, I'm pretty sure. This one is where Percy, she can summon spires, like different towers and stuff, that grant different effects. And this one, it just feels like the most random out of all the abilities. It just, yeah, this one, you basically, she summons different towers, and again, they have different effects, and I don't know, this isn't really something that I feel like you'd use in day-to-day life. In combat, this feels, I don't know how useful it would be. Your enemies could destroy the towers and stuff, so I don't really like this one that much. So it's not that cool. It's better than Bluster, I would say, but I don't really, yep. She used it, she made like wizard towers and stuff, I guess healing towers at certain points. It's not really my favorite. I don't really like it that much. We're gonna go D/F here. Gold Bricker. This is Ramsey's powers, the ability to turn himself or other things into gold temporarily. We did find out in the last video that it is just temporarily. So even so though, that is still cool. You could definitely use it to scam people, and in combat, it is probably like extremely good for defense. So it's like great defensive capability. So just for the defensive capabilities, honestly, I would give it like B tier, above Drowsy, I would say. And honestly, probably above B tier as well. Like it's like a temporary Midas touch, so it's like the whole thing with the Midas touch is that people don't like it for the fact that like it's permanent. Basically, it's like you wouldn't want everything you touch to turn to gold. But if it was like temporary, if it was like only for a few hours, like that could be pretty good, I would say. So I'm gonna give it B tier. I don't think it's like A tier. I don't love it or anything, but I do still think that it is definitely B tier, I'd say. Okay, Sundial. This is Zora's power, where she can basically reverse or speed up the process, any type of process, basically. So I keep using this as an example. You drop a ball, she can speed it up in terms of its falling down, or she can reverse the process to cause it to, reverse the process to cause it to fall back up. Right? Actually, you know, I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I don't actually remember like any instance of her causing something to reverse. I'm pretty sure. So let me see here actually, just to confirm. Zora, Epithet, erased, Epithets, I guess. Let's see here. Okay, Zora Salazar is a major antagonist. Yeah, she is an intimidating. Okay, what is her which allows her to control and manipulate the forward and backward. Okay, so it is backward. I don't really remember her using the backward aspect of it in any case. But even so, I'm going to give it probably, I'm going to go S tier. And I feel like honestly, Coupon, it would be a bit more useful probably, because this only affects like the process itself. Like, so once the process is finished, you can't really use it at that point. So Coupon, I feel like just if you get duplication coupons, that could be very useful to you. Sundial, I don't know how useful it would be in your daily life. I guess, I don't know, if you drop something before it falls, you can like reverse the process. I guess you could, I don't know, throw something, cause it to come back to you. Like it feels like it's a cool ability. In combat, it would probably be very good, like being able to speed up bullets, being able to like slow down things, like that. It's very cool for combat. Like it's another kind of time manipulation kind of ability, which I always like those. So I'm gonna give it S tier for that aspect. But even so, I'll say it's cooler than, I don't know, Coupon. I feel like it would be more useful in my daily life. But Sundial, it's like much more cooler in combat. So I'm gonna give it to Sundial because again, I am just a sucker for the time manipulation abilities, which it's less no, it is time manipulation because she did at some point, even Howie, like she ended up speeding up his aging process. You could probably actually reverse aging process, so you could probably like get, if you could use it on yourself, you can get like probably a decent amount of immortality from that. So yeah, that seems, yeah, I'm gonna give it S tier. So yeah, you could get really rich off that alone. Like probably you could reverse people's age and be like, okay, I'll charge $100,000 for 1 year off of, like 1 year reversed on your life. Like that's you can definitely make a profit out of that. So anyway, Bugsy, the final one. This one is basically, this is the only one where I can really get a shot of the actual stats itself, but this is Belly Button. That is his epithet, I'm pretty sure, where basically he eats something, he presses his belly button, and it causes a random attack to like shoot out of his mouth, basically. So it's random. It's not great because it depends on what you eat. I guess like they did say like the better something he eats, then the more luck he will have like with whatever ability is. So I guess you could just, him specifically, he eats like a bunch of stuff that's not even edible. I guess you specifically as a person, like, well, maybe the epithet itself like causes you to gain the ability to eat stuff that's not edible. So I don't know how great that would be, but in combat, it's very much luck dependent. So I really don't think it's the best, and it's not really a cool ability either. So I'm going to put it probably, yeah, D/F here, and the random, at least Parapet, it's not random. Like it's, you can control, you can choose specifically like what you want to create a tower that buffs a stat in. So I'm gonna say below, and at least this one actually does something on like just Goros, which is just blowing, and that's it. So yeah, I think that is what we're gonna, yeah, I think that's about what we're gonna leave it at. And so no A tiers, I guess, just everything was either S tier or B tier after that. So yeah, that is my ranking for all of the Epithet erased epithets. And so if you have any recommendations, any shows, movies, video game stories, anime, manga, web series, anything that you want me to review or rank or compare rankings, it does not have to be video related, it can be anything. Leave it in the comments and I will maybe possibly check it out. With that said, that is pretty much all there is to it, so let's leave it at that.